And we are live. What's good, y'all? It's your man, DL Saint. Welcome. DL Saint, I really want to know podcast. How y'all feeling? Y'all know what I'm doing. Just wanted to check and make sure the audio is good. The audio is good. Man, how y'all doing, man? Happy almost Thanksgiving, y'all. It is Tuesday. It's Tuesday, and I was out last night, and man, oh man. It was, I got stuff to talk about. Hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all are safe wherever you are, and I hope your families are well. All that good stuff. Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast. What's good? We got Brother Cody is king. Brother Michael in the house early. You know what I mean? What's good? Shout out to you, Brother Mike. You know what I mean? Perfect timing you here. Absolutely, bro. Right on time. What's good? I thought I saw Primal Studies in here. Maybe I didn't. He'll be here later on. And what's good, fellas? And everyone who's out there watching. Sister Candace is in the house. What's good, love? Welcome. I am going to be talking a little bit about the sisters out there. You know what I mean? I like to go hard when it comes to, to the young brothers, the old brothers, and everybody in between. You know what I mean? Today, I wanted to talk a little bit to the sisters. I have a free week. My daughter's with her mom on holidays and weekends, so my daughter's out. So I'm sitting around like, oh, I got a free week, and I went out last night. You know what I mean? Went out, had a good time. There's a place here in the Tampa area in St. Pete, downtown St. Pete. It's called Ruby's Elixir. It is a great spot for live music. If you're ever in this part of the world and you appreciate live music like I do, downtown St. Pete, Ruby's Elixir is where you want to go. It's a cool bar. It's real small. It's attached to a cigar joint. So it's like a cigar bar attached to this bar, but it's like live music. Real small, real quaint little place. And on Mondays here, they have like an R&B slant neo soul kind of night. And I've been wanting to go. Haven't had a chance to go. So I got a chance to go, and I'm like, I'm going to check this out. Oh, man, I got to talk about what I saw. First off, the music was off the chain. All the musicians were on point. It turned into like a mini jam session where we're just bringing folks up from the audience, like local artists that people know. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a good time. This is why I love live music. This is why I love stand up. You know what I mean? I just kind of love that sort of thing. But what I saw, I'm trying to tell you. It was crazy. Cody is king. You sound hungover, DL. I'm not a big smoker. I will smoke cigars on occasion, but it was a lot of smoke. It is what it is. And, growing up in the 70s and 80s, it was one thing. I was used to it. But now it'll mess with your voice. I don't think I'm hungover. But I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Brother Cody, I woke up a little sluggish. I cannot lie to you. I was a little hungover. But I did get up and went out and did some things and whatever. Like I said, I got the week free. So let's talk about what I saw. And then, like for the title of this, Stay With Your Man, and on that thumbnail, the grass is not greener on the other side. Ladies, listen. If you are in a long-term relationship, if you're married, stay with that guy. I mean, unless it's a situation where it's not safe, unless it's a situation where it's some abuse involved and all that kind of stuff, I get it. You want to get away from those type people. But if that's not the case and you just think you could do better, or you're tired of putting in the work, or whatever the case may be, ladies, I'm here to tell you, you look better in that relationship. Don't leave. And, people were always, asking or making statements, like, well, it's not always women. You know what I mean? A lot of times the guys leave, or the guys are cheating and the women aren't cheating. We all know that's BS. We all know. Hey, come on, y'all. And just right here. And I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me try to make it bigger. And this is from Jimenez Law Firm. This is a professional, like it's a law firm, and they have a lot of information. I just wanted to pull this up. A study led by the American Sociological Association determined that nearly 70% of divorces are initiated by women. And the percentage of college-educated American women who initiate divorce is even higher. Considering that gender stereotypes indicate that women are often the driving force behind marriage, this may seem surprising, right? I just wanted to start it off with that. Let's start there, right? 70% of divorces are initiated by women. Off rip. And then we also know the common trope that men lose half their stuff. And that pretty much stems from a lot of people assume that everything has to be split 50-50 with their exes. So, when you go through divorce, apparently assets are split 50-50. So that's why people are saying you get married, you get divorced, guys are going to lose half their stuff because that's normally how it goes down. And it's one of those things. That 50-50 split includes debt. So, a lot of guys, they'll meet a woman. She's young, she's beautiful, whatever, but she's college educated. She has debt. She has a lot of debt. And those guys will pay that debt down or just take on that debt. And then 4 or 5 years later, the divorce comes, they don't get that money back. So that, it's like, and most guys, again, don't care about how much money women make. Dudes don't look at that. That's not really part of the matrix. Most dudes don't. Like when guys are looking for youth, they're looking for beauty, they're looking for, they want to be fit, they want to be feminine, they want to be friendly, right? Maybe in the top 15, top 20, some guys are looking for money. I don't know. That's not something I never really looked for that. I was just like, I've never met a woman that I thought was kind of like unattractive, but I'm a holler at her because she has money. That's just, most men don't operate like that. Most men want the Foxy Brown. Let's keep it 100, and then women want what they want, right? It is what it is. But if you get married, you're going to lose half your stuff. All right. And 70% of women initiate those divorces. But ladies, the reason I want to talk to y'all about this is last night I saw a bunch of older single women out. And I got to tell you, and this was like neo soul, R&B. So it was a black crowd, right? It was a black crowd. I went because it was older. I'm like, well, it's an older black crowd. Shouldn't be any drama. Ladies, I'm here to tell you, if you think you're going to get rid of your guy and get you a better guy, that's probably not going to be the case. There were slim pickings on both sides. I'm here to tell you, it was ugly. It was ugly what I saw last night. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. When women are like, oh, I'm gonna divorce this guy who's treating me right and pedestalizes me and worships the ground I walk on, and I'm gonna leave him because I'm bored. I get some money, take half his stuff, and then I'm out there, I'm gonna find someone better. You're probably not. And we're gonna talk about why. Me, Brother Michael's like, I'm good on that, fam. Like, I don't operate like that. Most men don't. You know what I mean? Ladies, you got to understand, the older you get, the harder it is to find a good person. And that's not just for women, that's for men too. Y'all know I'm over half a century old, right? I'm on the plus side of half a century. Yeah, there's a double standard out there, and an old guy can be termed a silver fox. And if he's done the work, if he has money, he's not really going to have a hard time getting, access to young, beautiful women. He's not. You know what I mean? Like, it depends on how young he wants. And then if you look at the stats, or if you talk to folks, universally, most guys from the ages of 18 to 60 prefer women between the ages of 18 and like 26, 24, 26, depending on what you're reading and what's, where you get, what sources you go to. Universally, right? So you can almost say that all men prefer women between the ages of 18 and like, let's say 26, right? That's what all dudes are looking for. So most dudes will get what they can get. They understand it. They really want, they want sexual access. They want Foxy Brown. So they'll get what they can get. But if it were up to them, right, they'll be like 18 to 26. Now, of course, that's the rule. Yeah, there are outliers. You know what I mean? Everyone doesn't fit into that. I'm not into 18-year-olds. I'm not into 20-year-olds. I'm not. Like, the youngest I'll go is like 30, 33 is probably about the lowest I'll personally go. But I'm not knocking the dudes who want the young, vibrant, beautiful woman. I'm not knocking that at all. That's what you want, man. Go ahead, get down, do you. But ladies, if you get out of your relationship and you're in your 30s or 40s or 50s, you're already at a serious disadvantage. Yes, plenty of dudes will want to smash, especially if you've managed to keep your body somewhat nice. Plenty of dudes will want to smash. Hell, even if you didn't keep your body kind of nice, there are dudes out there that'll rock you out all day long. They're out there. I'm not one of them, but they're out there. Right? So, and most people get married when they're young. Right? Everyone talks about the wall or whatever, women doing what they're doing in their young years in college, having fun, hooking up, doing all that crazy stuff, and they start getting close to 30. That biological clock starts ticking, and they switch. Like their you know what I mean? Their approach changes. Like, oh, I got to settle down. I got to get me a good guy. I played around and did my thing. I got to get me a good guy. So most people get married pretty young. That age is going up. You know, there's as we, progress in society. I mean, it used to be that women were like 16, 17, 18 getting married. If you weren't married by 25, they were calling you an old maid. Now, women aren't even really thinking about getting married until, maybe very late 30s. I mean, sorry, correction, very late 20s, early 30s. They want to get married. They want to have, they want to have kids, but they want to establish their career first and all that kind of stuff. So they get married fairly early in life. You go, about 7 years. I think they said the 7-year itch, and then they file for divorce, right? So if you got married at 30, you get divorced, you're 37. Now you're back out there competing with the 27-year-olds, the 25-year-olds, the 22-year-olds, right? Just imagine like trying to compete with your younger self. Like I can't compete at my age with my younger counterpart. Right? Younger saying is going to be stronger, faster. It's going to be more handsome. More women going to want him. He's younger. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Same thing with women. Like a 37-year-old woman cannot compete with her 18-year-old self, her 20-year-old self. She can't do it. She just can't. Right? So ladies, y'all need to be thinking about this. So many women are getting divorced, thinking I'm going to go out here. The grass is greener on the other side. I'm going to find that guy. I'm going to find my Prince Charming. I'm here to tell you, that is not going to work for the vast majority of folks. Hypergamy, still a thing. Even if you're older, doesn't matter. Women are hypergamous. I mean, and that's not a bad thing. They want the best that they can get. The problem is you're supposed to marry the best that you can get. You married a guy that wasn't quite the best, and now you're divorcing him, and now you're going out here looking for another, you're looking for that guy. It's still a thing. And when you get older, it's going to hurt you. Hypergamy is going to hurt you as an older woman. It just is. Your options are limited. Especially you going out here trying to get Idris Elba. Why would he mess with you? You're just keeping it 100. And then a lot of women are like, well, Idris Elba's old. And he's getting dimes. Like, yeah, he's old. He did the work. He's a handsome man. He's old. He's extremely successful. He has all those traits that all women find attractive. All of them from 18 on up. So why would he be messing with the older woman when he can go and get him something a little younger? Right? Because at the end of the day, men still want youth and beauty at every level. There's guys out there who realize like, yo, I'm not going to be able to get, this hot 26-year-old because I haven't quite done all the work. She has more options than I do. So this woman over here, she's closer to my age. We have stuff in common. Like she's like a nice 7, adjustable 8. He'll be happy with her. He will be happy with that woman. But if he did the work, if he had the bread, if he had the clout and all the other stuff, yeah, he'd be rocking out the 26, 27, 28-year-olds. All day long, maybe even younger, all day long. Right? And this is the stuff that Andrew Tate was talking about. It's just one of those things. Yeah. So I'm saying all this for a reason. We're building up to something. I'll catch up with the chats. You know, Mike, brother Mike was like early 30s. Sister Candace, glad I made it past 5, 7, and 10-year itch. Yes, hey, that's for you right there, love. I'm glad you made it too. Wonderful 34s in the house. That horn was for you too. What up, peoples, DLs and Joes? What's good? What's good? I'm glad you're here. Yeah, absolutely. So dating in your 40s and 50s is hard on women, right? Harder, I would say, than their male counterparts. Why? We age differently. Our bodies age differently in most cases. Like women, they're gonna put on weight in places that, you know, like I put on weight in certain places as a man. Women, they put on weight in other places. Our lives are busy. It can be a challenge to stay in the gym, to stay healthy, to walk, to run, to do whatever it is that you're doing to keep yourself right. But as we get older, that's what you need to do, especially if you're single. Again, men are attracted to beauty above all else. That's what's going to draw him in. You know what I mean? I know people like, oh, you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. Well, it is what it is. When men are attracted to beauty, right? She's beautiful, she's fit, she's friendly. That's what's going to draw the guys in. All the guys are going to at least shoot their shot, right? So I know how hard it is to try to keep yourself at least in working order. You know what I mean? It's hard. You need to stay in the gym. You need to do that. And if you're a mom, you're divorced, you got bills to pay, you got responsibilities. Yes, it's hard to get into the gym. I get that. But if your body starts to slip, right? And then again, you add hypergamy to the picture, you're still going to want the best you can get. That's the problem. Right? So, and it's for me as a dude, you've heard people talk about the path of the monk, like they're in monk mode or whatever. And all that basically means is we get to a point as a man where you just kind of get tired of dealing with the nonsense. You take a break, right? You take a break. You do something else. You wrap yourself into other things like what I'm doing here, building a YouTube channel, networking, looking at other options out there. You know what I mean? Still dealing with the stuff I'm dealing with. I just simply don't have time to engage into some sort of serious and or long-term relationship with a woman. Takes too much work. I'm not doing it. Now if I meet up with some young lady and you name the city, I'm out there just chilling, doing my thing, and she wants to have a good time, you know what I mean, and have the vibe for the night. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. But I'm not looking for anything long-term. I'm not looking for anything serious. I got work to do. Right? So, ladies, you got to keep that in mind, too. When you out there, there's going to be plenty of dudes who, at the end of the night, like, oh, here's this older woman. She looks okay. You know, yeah, I'll take her back to the telly and smash if that's what she wants to do. But I'm not going to be trying to date her and, do all that, like pull out all the stops. Nah, I'm not doing that, love. No. I won't do that for the young hot chicks. Why am I going to do that for the older ones? Like, yo, we going to be growing up about this or what? I'm staying at this hotel. You're more than welcome to come back to the telly. No? All right. Good night. No hard feelings. It's all game. You know what I mean? So that's that monk mode, right? And sometimes you choose the monk path and sometimes the path chooses you. In my case, the path chose me this time around. It chose me. I'm like, you know what? I'm on a mission right now. I don't have time for that. I'm on a mission. And I'm not gonna lie. I came out here and there was someone I was interested in. There was someone I was putting all that effort and energy into, and it did not work out. Let's just keep it 100. That's how I found Red Pill content. I was trying to figure out some stuff. It was a head scratcher. You know what I mean? And it was an instance where I got ghosted. I didn't know what that was. Right? Y'all have heard me talk about it before. It's just like, yo, all of a sudden just go from 100% contact to zero contact. Boom, no contact whatsoever. That, I didn't know what that was. I had to go figure out what that was. What does this mean? And that led me to the Red Pill, which led me to y'all. Right? Which led me right here. You know what I mean? Which is cool. But again, it's like sometimes the path chooses you. I didn't choose to go in a full monk mode. Right? That path chose me. I just decided to put in the work and do what I had to do, start working on my network, start working on me, right? Start building it all up, money, game, frame, all that kind of stuff. increasing my knowledge, increasing my wisdom. I don't have time. Like, so when I was out last night, I walked into the place and I'm like, yeah, I definitely don't have time for this. Right? I walked in, I'm here for the music. Like, yo, I'm looking around like, oh my goodness. You know, it's a bleak future out there for some of y'all men and women. It was bad. I could see in the old dudes, right? And then you see like we're gonna get into it. But boy, I ain't never seen nothing like it. Brother Jason Johnson in the house. What's good, bro? Networking, absolutely. You know what I mean? So let's talk about it. What did I see last night? We'll start with this. There was a young woman. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna pull up a different screen. I want to show you guys something. There was one of the women in there, and again, this is a black thing, right? So, and y'all can see this. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll make a full screen. So this is Wakanda. You know, Wakanda has the strong black woman trope. You know what I mean? And I forget the name of this guard, but like they're like the most fiercest warriors in the Wakanda storyline. You know what I mean? And they protect the king and all that kind of stuff. So, but you know, it's bald head, fierce, beautiful women, right? Beautiful black women. Well, there was a sister in there. They had a bald head. She was wearing like some sort of cheetah print or lion print or whatever. Her body in there was nice, but I mean, she had a few extra pounds or whatever. You could tell she had on like the girdle thing that you strap up with, but she had a bald head. And it was just, well into the night. And I was making my way to the barn. She was there and she's standing right next to me. I'm like, oh, how you doing? I'm like, you look beautiful tonight, love. Like, just like Wakanda, you know what I mean? That's all I said. You look beautiful tonight. Just like the Wakanda, you know what I mean? Did the hands and everything. I'm trying to get my drink. She went off. She went ballistic. Just ballistic. Why does everybody have to say this Wakanda thing? Why does it always have to be about Wakanda? Because the movie just released. That's how you're looking. You got on like this cheetah print or whatever. Makes me think of Africa. Right. And right away, I was like, okay, that's it. That's it. No more compliments for the rest of the night to none of these chicks. None of them. Because even this woman was a 6 at best. It's an adjustable scale. So in there, she might have been an 8. But in real life, she was a 6. She was a 6. Just keeping it 100. I was just trying to pay her a compliment. You know what I mean? Just trying to be friendly. And I'm like, that's it. Shaking my head like, okay. You know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Right, the average height in the place, right, for the women that were in there, 5'5". That was the average height, right? About average for women. The average weight in there for the women, about 210 pounds. That was about the average weight. I'm not kidding. The average age, about 38 to 42 on average. Most of the women, most of the sisters that I saw that were in there, I'm going to say more than a third, were eating. This place, it's not a restaurant. So they brought food in, which is fine. The venue encourages it or whatever. But they were all eating pizza, hamburgers. You know what I mean? I didn't see a salad in there. Right? Just going to town. I was just shaking my head. Most of the women didn't even dress appropriately for what was going on. I mean, they looked like they literally just rolled out the bed, put on some slides, and came out. Right? I didn't get there till 10 o'clock. So it was night. It was night. Right? The first show was at 7:30, if I recall. And there weren't a lot of, this place was small, so there weren't a lot of places to sit or whatever. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about that in a minute. But not a lot of attractive women in there. Even for their age, not a lot of attractive women. I stood there at one point. I'm like, I'm just going to sit here and count. Like, who would I actually talk to in here? Like what woman would I actually want to meet? Seriously meet. And I could count maybe 5. It was like 5 women, and they were all other. They weren't, well, I take that back. It was one sister I would have spoken to. And it turned out that she was a radio personality. So she was kind of a celebrity in there. Like the older folks knew, like maybe she works on one of the, I don't listen to radio, but I'm thinking that there must be like an old school radio station here. And I'm thinking she was one of the personalities on that. Older woman, had to be close to my age, maybe a little younger than me. She was fit. I mean, she was fit. I really couldn't see if she had a ring on. I couldn't get a good look. I know that her and I caught eyes a couple times, but I didn't, like it was a small place, and I managed to get myself a table with a couple chairs at some point. I didn't want to lose that. So I wasn't going to go over, you know what I mean, and see what's up and lose these chairs, right? And we're going to talk about these chairs here in a little bit. But yeah, there might have been 5. It was, I guess, 100 people in there. Probably, yeah, it's probably about somewhere between 60 and 100 folks, because again, this is 2 places. This is like a cigar bar attached to this bar, this venue bar. So, yeah, it was easy. Yeah, it was 100 people in there between the 2. You know what I mean? Man, I tell you what, the women were looking too. Like me, whenever I go out, I look the part. I'll go out as a proper gentleman. I'm wearing my thing. I had a tie on. I had like not a sweater, but it was like a real thin, like overshirt, so that your tie came out. You can see that everything was matching everything. You know what I'm saying? I was wearing the Omega, you know what I mean? And whatever, had a couple rings on, whatever, nothing over the top. But, I just try to go out and be a gentleman. And I was turning heads. I give you that. But I purposely wasn't making eye contact. I saw it. You know what I mean? I'm looking, no, thank you. And then again, the one time I was just saying hello to someone, that person went ballistic. So like, I definitely ain't gonna talk to nobody now. Let me catch up on the chats. Scam Like in the house, brother Dusto, what's good? Sister Candace, are you hard pressed to find women that are physically fit? Yeah, I can't deal with like obese. And yes, it's hard to find. I mean, think about it, Sister Candace, think about it. 75% of Americans are either overweight or obese. I think the obesity rate is like 43%, something like that right now. It's like almost 50%. So think about that. Like almost 1 in 2 Americans are obese, clinically obese. So yeah, it's hard to find fit women. And I don't mean they have to have like a hard body, like they're, competing. No, I'm just talking about just not obese. It's really hard to find. Brother Dusto's always talking about that. So yeah, I'm hard pressed to find that. You know what I mean? And to find someone who's, like nice and friendly and, easy to talk to, easy on the eyes, all that's really difficult to find. Brother Jason, short haired German Shepherd. Yo, bro, for real. Man, look, it's crazy. Sister Candace, I see many women who are obese these days, and I wonder when will we begin taking our health more seriously. It's definitely getting to the point where I believe it's a matter of national security. Our military can't reach its recruitment goals. It's starting to spill over into our, military and into our defense of our nation, our way of life. I've been talking about this, and I'm looking for some nutritionists now. I want to get some pros on here and talk about this. This should be one of the topics of discussion going into the 2024 election. What are we going to do? Like, America is fat. You know what I mean? Like straight up fat. You know what I mean? That was Brother Cody. It was like, damn, Brother Mike was like, what? I'm here to tell you. Sister Candace shaking my head. Candace is fit, feminine, and beautiful. I believe she is. You know what I mean? The fact that, she's absolutely a top tier woman, a high value woman. People ask me that all the time. What does that mean? She has a man that she loves, admires, and respects, and she holds it down. That to me, you can't do better than that. You just can't. You just can't. And Brother Michael's like the video. Appreciate that. Scam likely. Average wig size, bro. I only saw 2 wigs last night, to keep it 100, that I saw, that I could look at them like, that's a wig. Yeah, because when I got there, again, I got there around 10 o'clock. Right next door to Ruby's Elixir, there's a hamburger place and there's a pizza place, and then like, there's another spot that has like salads and stuff like that, I think. So I just went in. I'm like, I'm gonna have a couple drinks. Let me eat something. I went and got a burger, and I sat there, and there was a group of women who ordered their food to go, and I didn't know, but they were taking it in next door, and I saw them when I got into the place. And again, everyone was eating. All the women, a third of the women that I saw last night were all sitting down eating. The ladies had burgers bigger than mine, and they put them away. You know what I mean? Sister Candace, okay, Brother DL with the tie. Oh, yeah, listen, when I go out, y'all. Like I dress like a proper gentleman. I firmly believe in the adage, when in Rome. You know what I mean? And you have to project a certain image, I believe. Right? There's a time to go out and look like a thug, yes. And there's a time to go out and look like James Bond. You know what I mean? You ought to see me when it's a black tie event. I look like James Bond. Right? And I have every look in between. Every look in between. And I like, you know what I mean? And I will overdress before I underdress for something like that. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna lie to you. These type of events in LA, you see some dimes, older dimes, because LA is a different world. It's all about entertainment, and you have these entertainers out here or out there. And when you go to these type, it was like Little Buddha and like Buddha, I think it was one called Buddha Cafe, and then there was like Little Buddha, and then there was, you know what I mean? It was so many different places. I can't even think of them all off the top of my head. The Mint was one of them. What was another one? Genghis Coin was another one. Like, you have all these places where these artists will come in and they bring their followers. You know what I mean? Chris Pierce, shout out to Chris Pierce. Going to a Chris Pierce show used to be amazing, because it would be nothing but beautiful older women in there. But this is Florida. This is Tampa. This is different. This is way different. Brother Michael Cologne, yes, I was wearing Creed. Like, I was wearing Creed last night, bro. Even my Uber driver was like, "Hey, are you wearing Creed?" It's a real nice young woman. I'm like, "Indeed, I am." So, I was wearing YSL last night. Oh, that's what's up, man. I got a bottle of YSL, man. That's some good stuff, man. Jason Johnson wig size over 9,000. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get that button. It's over 9,000. I'm definitely gonna have to get that button. Cody is King Scam like it. Hello, family. It was good. Yep. I see the wigs creep me out. Bro. Yeah, it is what it is, man. Sister Candace defund wigs, y'all crazy. Wow. Sister Follow Keys Tracks in the house. What's up, Sister Follow? Good to see you. Good to see you, love. I'm glad you was able to stop by. And I'm seeing the love in there. There's Brother Prime. I thought I called it out. I like that. Brother Prime was gonna be in the house. Prime was in the house. Was good. So I went in, and like I said, I'm sizing the crowd up immediately, and I'm like, oh, okay, it is what it is. But the music was on point, and they had the second act was already beginning. Definitely the hardcore R&B vibe. Give me playing some really good music. The brother had a great voice, an excellent musician, and they were rocking it out. So I'm kind of, I'm playing everything from Frankie Beverly and Mays to Stevie Wonder, you know what I mean, to Luther Vandross. Like, he was playing some hardcore R&B stuff, changing up the keys and everything. So which was really cool, changing up the tempo on some of them. Played a little bit of jazz in there, just a little. And man, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was thoroughly entertained. No cover, and the drinks weren't that crazy expensive. They weren't. I think I was paying $12 for a Hennessy Coke, which isn't bad. Really isn't bad. So yeah, I'm just kind of sitting there, just, doing my thing, just kind of scoping it out. And man, oh man, it was, I must have had 2 or 3 women that were like, like I said, 5'5", 225, 250 pounds. They were on the bigger side, like rolling up next to me. And the place is so small and kind of confined, so you can only stand in certain spots. And they had to clear out certain areas so the waitress could have free movement to move through. So I was in a spot where it was perfect. I knew no one could get next to me. No one could get next to me. On my left was like the entryway into the joint, and on my right was the service station that was roped off, and there was no way you could stand next to me. And it was a couple women, they was ready to, I mean, I ain't mad at them. They were had some makeup on, you know what I mean, had the braids and whatnot, you know what I mean, trying to stand next to me, and the bouncers or whatever will make them move. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna stand in this spot for a minute, because it was just easy for me. Like, because I don't want to, you know what I mean, they're gonna holler at you. Look, if a woman comes in and talks to you, like initiates contact, and you try to let her down easy if you want to, she gonna be salty, man. Women don't take L's. They just don't like taking L's. They don't take them easily. You know what I mean? Shout out to Fresh and Fit. You see that all the time on the Fresh and Fit platform, man. They don't like taking L's, bro. And I don't care how beautiful she is. I don't care how not beautiful she is. Women don't like taking L's. So if a woman comes up to me and she's ready to talk to me, and I know I'm not gonna holler at her, you know what I mean, I normally move. And it's like, because I don't want the drama. And if she try to get loud, I'm gonna get loud. And people are looking at the way that I'm dressed, so that they're right away they size you up. Oh, he must be a soft dude. He might be this or that, whatever. And I always like to point out to people that gangsters wear suits, yo. Machine Gun Kelly, man. Machine Gun Kelly was mowing people down wearing a 3-piece, man. Al Capone, all them boys. Bumpy Johnson. True gangsters wear suits. So I was just trying to, I put myself in a perfect position. I'm like, all right, cool. Right? I don't have to worry about anybody rolling up on me. I can make the first move on whoever wanted to make the move on. But there was no one there, man. There was, scale of 1 to 10, real talk. A 10 was a 6 in there. Like a 9, yeah. In there, the 6s were playing the role of a 9, honestly. You talk about the curve being messed up. As a single man, it was not a lot popping out. Now, again, it was still kind of early. So I'm like, you know what? I'm here. I'm gonna see what's up, and I'm enjoying the music. So, I started, I would had to walk to a separate bar to kind of get a drink. At the bar, again, average weight, man, was way up there, y'all. It was way up there. I'm not saying these things to beat up on ladies. Ladies, I'm just trying to tell you, there was not a lot of guys in there. I'm looking at the women as a single man, like there's nothing in here. And then I'm looking at the dudes like, man, these dudes are weirdos. Weird. Dude, there's so many dudes in there like 60 years old, 60 plus, dressing like they're 20. You know what I mean? There was dudes in there want to be, motorcycle gangsters, and they're wearing Harley Davidson stuff. There's dudes in there, you know what I mean, just doing some of the weirdest. Man, I was like, yo, I felt bad for these chicks. Like, boy, maybe that's why they weren't dressed up. Maybe they were regulars and they know it's just not, again, they know it's slim pickings when it comes to dudes. And this is my point. Ladies, if you got somebody, long-term relationship, if you married, keep him. Keep him. Unless there's, like I said, unless there is something going on where, it's unsafe or, you know what I mean? Outside of that, keep him. Brother Hayoka's in the house. What's good, fam? It's not worth it, ladies. You're not gonna level up. Work with what you got. You already made that commitment to your guy, right? You love each other for better or for worse, rich or poor, till death do you part and all that. Keep him. Keep him. But as the night went on, younger women began to come in, and like I said, this was a black event, but more and more others came in. More and more, Caucasian people came in. More and more Latinas came in there. There were some Eastern Europeans in the house. These women were, a little more fit. They were definitely fun, right? So there was a sister in there. Like she was, she might have been mixed. She might have been Latina. But she was in there and she had on a gown that was real shimmery. It was shiny as I don't know what. And she was with a woman. So I'm thinking they're part of the LGBT, the alphabet clan. But she was attractive. She caught my eye. I caught her eye. And they were playing a song from Music Soul Child, Sunny. And I'm like, I ain't gonna lie to you. That's one of my favorite songs. So I'm like, hey, let's dance. You know what I mean? Won't you come out here? Let's dance a little bit. It's a small place, but everybody's having a good time. She did accept my offer and came out and danced. And we had fun. We were twirling around, having a good time. I didn't even ask for her name or anything like that. Cause I was assuming she came from some other event because she was extremely overdressed. You know what I mean? But we were there, and I'm looking in the background. Her girlfriend, was mean mugging me. You know, like, boy, she was mean mugging me. And I had a good time with her just dancing for that, 10 minutes or wherever it was. Again, she was fit. She was very slender. She was cute. Like, her hair was kind of natural. I mean, her hair wasn't a wig, and it wasn't like all over there. It wasn't like done up, but it wasn't messed up either. You know what I mean? You could tell she's just kind of like whatever. And so once the dance was over, I'm like, oh man, I really enjoyed that. It was cool. Let me get you a drink. Right? Because I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, that was cool. She didn't give me any BS, like, hey, let's go dance. Now keep in mind, I know I was in an upper echelon of dudes in there. I know that. You know what I mean? I'm looking, I sized up my competition. I was definitely in the upper echelon last night. So she was like, okay, and she ordered 2 drinks. And I looked at her like the RCA dog into the speaker, like, huh? Well, it's just one for me and one for my friend. I'm like, you know what? This was a very pleasurable experience up until this point. And she just kind of looked at me. That's me saying no. No, I ain't buying your girl a drink. No, I shouldn't even be buying you one. But I gave my word and I said, I tell you what are you drinking? I'll have a chocolate martini. I'll get you a chocolate martini and you can share that with whoever you want to share it with. That cool up. And she was like, yes, I'm sorry. I'm like, don't worry about it. So I ordered a drink and I had the server drop it off, and I was there. I don't even know her name, never asked her name. She never asked me mine. It was what it was. But right off rip, y'all see the game. Oh, you gonna take advantage of the situation. Word? Bet. Now, if I hadn't had such a good time dancing with her, I swear I would have just walked away when she said 2 drinks. You know what? That's all right. You take care. I'd have walked away. Don't try to do that to me. What's wrong with you, shorty? But again, I got the tie on. Maybe they think I'm some sort of, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. some sort of square? What are y'all young people saying these days? Is it square? What are y'all saying? I don't know. But I'm telling you, even in a place like this, people gonna run their game. They're gonna try to take advantage. Even in a place like that, gentlemen, never forget that. Keep that in mind. Game is always afoot. The game is always afoot. 100%, always, it never ends. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Brother Primus, you had some linebackers by you. I sure did, bro. Really, it was more like defensive linemen, man. A couple offensive linemen. It was some big women in there. There were more big women in there than there was big dudes. To keep it 100, and that's generally the case. That's just generally the case. I mean, legit, some of those women I don't think I could have picked up. They were big like that, bro. Like if the building caught fire or something, I don't think I would have been able to drag them out of there. I would just had to leave them with some kind words or something. Jesus loves you, and I just left out the building because they were big. Big. The Wakanda girl, that really made me mad. I mean, I didn't really, get crazy with it. I didn't argue. I didn't want to argue with her or anything like that. But that Wakanda, that thing made me mad. Tried to pay her a compliment. I mean, just tried to pay a compliment, and just like everyone says Wakanda because you look like the woman on the TV on the movie. That's why. You know what I mean, Brother Michael Gangsters wear suits. Yes, we do. Brother Hayoka, hey sister, that was Sister Candace. Brother Cody, I see y'all. You know what I'm saying? I like to see the love in there. Brother Donnie's in the house. What's good, fam? What's up with you, bro? Causal germ, midlife crisis clothes. Hey, man. Hey, bro. That's what that is. Probably the shiny outfit. You know what? That makes sense, bro. It probably was. It probably was. Now, here's another thing, though. There was a proper concert going on at the same time somewhere in St. Pete. I could hear it. And actually, a couple guys who were in the bands came into the bar that I met them that was actually performing. So there was a concert. Maybe she overdressed for the concert. Maybe there was some event somewhere. I don't know. Or Causal Germ could be right. It was just the midlife crisis outfit. You know what I mean? Absolutely good to see the chat networking. LGTV, yeah, brother. I don't the Alphabet Clan, bro. It's like the Alphabet Clan. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to have them come after me. It is what it is. To each his own. I don't care what you do, who you do, why you do it, man. Do you? I'm not mad. To each his own. But There were two couples. Remember when I said it was like a handful of women in there that maybe I would consider like hollering at, whatever. One of those women was with a dude, tattoos on his neck, the side of his face or whatever, chubby dude or whatever. They're out there dancing, whatever. And I get closer because it seemed to me that they were preparing to leave. In this place, again, tables and chairs were at a premium. This is a small place. So I kind of positioned myself. I leave the spot that I had, my good standing spot. I displaced and I positioned myself right behind this. It's a tall table. It's a two top. And I'm sitting there, two chairs for those of y'all who ain't never worked in the business. So I'm waiting and I'm like, all right, they're about to go. The bill comes and this and that. And I'm looking at the guy and I'm like, wait, that's not a guy. That's a woman. Right? She had on pants or shirt, whatever, had the tattoos and everything. But I'm like, no, that's a woman. So I'm like, whoa, there are a lot of women. So three. I saw three couples. There were like, three pairs of women that were coupled up that night. And I'm like, yo, so, I went up to the female. I'm like, oh, you guys are about to leave? She's like, yes. Attractive. Like this woman had bumped into me early, like walking around and bumped into me. So I knew she wanted to get my attention. But again, I'm like trying to figure it all out. Cause y'all know my rules. If I'm going to talk to some women, like really holler at somebody, I start at the top and work my way down. I start with the finest woman in the joint and then I walk my way down. So most guys, they like to start at the bottom and work their way up. Nah, I'm going for the best. You know what I mean? So they leave, boom, I got a table. Now, as soon as I sit down, there's a woman who was like in the table next to me and they had a group. She runs up and she grabs one of the chairs. And I just kind of looked at her. And then she kind of smiles and then she says something, I couldn't hear it, and she went back to her table. Now I'm sitting down, now I'm at a table. I got two chairs. I'm sitting in one and I got my leg on the other, got my legs across, and I'm right next to the stage. Prime real estate. This is perfect. In this club, in this bar, this is perfect. Now, I can, whoever I want to holler at, y'all know what it is. Come have a seat. It's on. I got you. We gonna talk. You gonna definitely talk to me. I got a spot. Now, the woman I just told you about that kept coming over, that was like, came over and tried to take the seat. She kept coming over. She must have come over 6 or 7 times trying to get the seat from me. And I'm like, no. And she's like, can I have the seat? No. Is anyone sitting here? Yes. I don't see anybody. I don't either, but they're coming. You don't have anybody coming? I said, listen. And this woman, hair was a mess. She's wearing the jogging suit. She's big. She's like 5'4", 5, like maybe just a hair at 5'5", probably. You know what I mean? And again, she was, she's probably weighing about 190. You know what I mean? Maybe 200. Hair's a mess. And then she's like, look, you don't have anybody coming. How about I keep the chair until your friends come? I'm like, no. I said, listen, love. This chair is prime real estate in this place right now. Are you trying to undermine my attempts to get myself an attractive young woman? You're not trying to do that to me, are you, sister? And then she kind of frowned and scurried off. Like, what's wrong with these people? You know what I mean? And she came back again. I'm like, you want this chair $100, baby? You can have this chair for $100. And then she went away. Like what? What are we trying to do here, man? I tried to be nice. I tried to elevate. You still don't want to hear? All right, now I got to be ghetto with you. You know what I mean? It's my chair. You want it's $100, fam. So anyway, definitely had to fight over a chair. But I had that spot. Now I'm good. I got me a spot. Problem is, I got to go to the bar. My tab is at the bar in the cigar joint. If I walk away, people are going to take this chair. So these two young girls, these two of the most attractive women that I saw in there. I think one was Russian, the other was Caucasian, I'm guessing. A little bit of an accent. They're right there dancing right next to the chair. And I'm like, listen, I'm about to go get a drink. Do me a favor. Guard these chairs for me. In exchange, I'll bring you guys a drink. What do you want? She's like, bring me anything. You can guard my chairs. She's like, absolutely. So I got the drinks, came back, and sure enough, they guarded the chairs. Like, thank you very much. Then I had this older woman. And again, this was probably the oldest woman in there. She had to be late 60s, early 70s. She had her foot in a booty. like, one of those boots, like her ankle or foot, whatever's in the boot. She had crutches. She was wearing a sparkly dress that was kind of short. Obviously a senior citizen. Way older than me. Right now, I'm sitting in my chair. I got this chair right here. And she comes up. She's kind of like comes up and she starts like putting stuff on the chair. It's like she'll put one crutch on the chair, and put the next crutch on the chair, and puts her purse on the chair. She's trying to make eye contact with me. And I'm like, nah, I'm not going to look at her, bro. I'm doing one of these. I'm doing my thing. I'm enjoying it. Hey, I'm doing my thing. So she finally asked me, can I sit here? I said, no, you may not. Before y'all jump on me, she was like, but why? I said, because I believe in feminism. I'm with you, sister, so you can stand with everyone else. She just grabbed all her stuff and she scurried off. And then some dude 2 tables over, some dude got up and, some dude, he was older than me, probably was like in his, mid to late 50s, gave her a seat, you know what I mean? Was what it was. You do you. I believe in feminism. That's another problem. As you get older, ladies, you leave your dude. There are more and more guys who are like, you know what? Fine. Feminism is a thing. Guess what? I'm not going to be a gentleman. I'm not going to be mean. I'm not going to be a dick. But I'm not going to be a gentleman. I need that seat because I'm in here on the hunt. You know I'm in here on the hunt. No, you can't sit with me. That's just going to blow everything out the water. And I know someone else is going to take care of you. And if they don't, oh, well, why are you in here? Your foot in the thing. You shouldn't even be in here. I did not feel bad about that one bit. Y'all let me know a 1 in the chat if I was wrong for not letting that lady have my seat. I know she was my elder, but we were in the club. A 1 in the chat if I was wrong. A 2 in the chat if I was not wrong. A 2 in the chat if, hey, feminism is feminism. A 1 in the chat if I was wrong. Brother Mike is like simp. Yeah, I think that's the word I was looking for, a simp. They thought I was a simp. Yeah, probably. You know what I mean? You're an OG player. I'm just out there trying to make it happen, man. I'm just trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. That's what I'm out there trying to do. You know what I mean? Brother Cody's King was like, Wakanda Primal Studies. The game is always being played regardless if you are aware of it or not. That is absolutely right. Whether you want to play the game or not, the game is being played. If you choose not to play it, that's your choice, but you're still in it. We are all in the matrix, all of us. You know what I mean? Now you can be, unplugged if you want to. Like me, I like to be unplugged. I see it for what it is, and I act accordingly. Brother Cody is king. Hate that. Yup. Sister Candace with a crying face. She sounds annoying. She was very annoying. 2 for feminism. Yeah, because I said yeah. Like it is what it is, bro. Like it is what it is. That was a bit pretty in GL. And that's petty. That was a bit petty. Hey, man, it is what it is, bro. I had to make that happen. You know what I mean? Colonel Sanders is in the house. What's good, fam? I had to make that happen, man. 2, she should have gotten it. She should have gotten there earlier. Absolutely, she should have gotten there earlier. Like I said, man, I'm starting to buy into the whole femininity thing. It's great. You want to be feminine. You know what I mean? Me and Colonel Sanders were out the other night, and we were hanging out at a rooftop joint. And there was chicks out there all in their feminine. It was like girl power all night long. You could ask them about it. And they were doing their thing. They was, man, look, they was about to get it. They was about to get their 304 on. You hear me? They was bumping up against us. You know what I mean? And we in there trying to handle some business. Like, I mean, we weren't even looking at them like that. We in there just taking care of our business. You know what I mean? So, fellas, get on board. There's no need to white knight. There's no need to be a gentleman. Just get on board, y'all. For real. That's how I see it. Get on board, man. You want to be feminine? All right, fine. You can be feminine. I do nice things when I want to do nice things, but I'm not gonna. Like in a situation like that, I'm going to continue with my mission. Period. I'm gonna do that. I'm not gonna. I'm not on that. I'm not gonna modify my mission for anything other than what I want. That's just how I'm going to do it. To each his own, but that's how I'm moving. Brother Primal, so did you end up filling that seat with something pretty? Yes and no. I did end up, there was a young lady in there who was a photographer, professional photographer. She was in there videoing with her iPhone the final act, which is the which was the neo soul, the young guys coming up was like neo soul, and she was filming that. She wound up posting up. She was okay. I mean, in there she was a solid 8. In real life, 7. You know what I mean? Like, I guess in there she would have been like a 9, wouldn't she? So like in real life, like a 7. Cute sister. She was in there working hard. She had a cool little, you know, like her hookup, like what she was wearing, her gear was appropriate for what we were doing. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, what's up? You know what I mean? And you know, I got her information straight to her Instagram. You know what I mean? Because I might even use her as a photographer. Got her Instagram. You know what I mean? She's already hit me up. Like, it is what it is. So yeah, she wound up posting up. I wound up working the room. As the night went on, I'm like, all right. So I wound up kind of working the room, dancing a little bit more. There was a woman. I think she was Latin. A lot of tattoos. She was standing next to me, and we wound up dancing a little bit because she kept bumping into me. She was real cool. We just had fun. I didn't get her number. Wasn't trying to get on like that. I just wanted to have fun. And at one point, because it started to empty out, people were leaving, and other people were coming in. I wound up sitting at a different seat. And again, I was moving around and I lost my original seat to the photographer and her friends. They kind of filled in over there. So I'm like, I let them have that. I found another seat right in front of the stage. I'm kind of watching. And so it was again, me in one seat and an empty seat next to me. And it was a sister who was like scheming, trying to take the empty seat. Instead of just coming up to her and asking me if she could sit down or whatever, she was trying to scheme. She finally asked if anyone was sitting there. I'm like, oh, go right ahead, because I wasn't planning on staying there long. And then her friend walked up. It was a white girl, right? And she was, she had a few extra pounds. I don't think she was quite obese, although she was close, but she had a few extra pounds. She wasn't even going to ask me if she could sit. But she seemed real nice. She made eye contact. She said hello. And I was like, hey, how you doing? Here you go, love. Why don't you have this chair? So I gave her that seat. And I just went on and started messing with the girl with the tattoos, was dancing around a little bit. And then this woman walks up to me. And she says, I want to buy you a drink. What are you drinking? Now I told her, and I was like, it's all cool, look, because I thought she was trying to holler at me. And I'm like, I ain't trying to holler at you. Like, you don't have to do that. She was like, no. Like, she was like, you're very nice. I want to buy you a drink. So I gave her my seat. She gave me a Hennessy and Coke. W. That was a W. She was very, very friendly, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. If she was maybe 20 pounds lighter, I definitely would have hollered at her. I would have got her number. I'd have definitely wanted to get to know her. Right? Just because that simple gesture right there, right? Ladies, sisters, if y'all listening to me, I'm not trying to hate on y'all, but I'm just reporting what happened last night. I talked to the sister with the bald head, Wakanda, said she was beautiful. I said the Wakanda thing, she went off on me, right? I get a Caucasian lady, I give her my seat, she buys me a drink, comes over and gives me a hug. This is what dudes be talking about. There is a difference. There is a difference. And if I was really hunting, like back in my savage days, I would have taken a little chubby that got me that drink over anybody in there. Just because she was friendly. Like, you know what? Like I said, she ain't obese. Fuck it, she could get it. And I'm pretty sure she would have made me breakfast the next morning and all this other kind of stuff. She would have been like adding value. That's all I'm saying. And especially if you're going to be older in the game, ladies, you absolutely have to add value. Outside of sex, absolutely have to add value. Colonel Sanders, big facts. Mary Bras, they were there for a this is back to when me and Colonel Sanders, they were there. It was an engagement party, bro. They were all off on that Chardonnay, man, and they was getting down. They was getting, man. Look, we left up out of there. I had to go. Matter of fact, I left there, and that night, Colonel Sanders went and did his thing, and I went to a Latin spot and had a good time. Y'all know Uncle Saint, when I get time off, man, I like to blow off steam. I blow off steam. Go to a Latin spot, go to some live music. You know what I'm saying? I'll go to a rock and roll joint if I can find it. You know what I mean? I love live music. Brother Michael, she a boss chick. Brother Jason, just kidding. You know what I mean? Cody is king. Not being a simp doesn't make you a feminist. No, but I'll say I'm buying into feminism. Women are equal. Go ahead. You can stand over there. Women are equal. You can buy your own drink. I ain't buying you nothing. Matter of fact, you could buy me a drink. Women are equal. You could come up and talk to me. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I'm looking at it. Like, all right, especially in those situations. Now, if I see what I like, I'm going to go holler. Point blank, period. Because I don't want a feminist. I want a fit, friendly, and, you know what I mean, a very feminine woman, but I don't want a feminist. Right? I don't want a woman that's out there, you know, with something to prove, a chip on her shoulders. I don't want that. I want a woman who cares about how she looks, who cares about her body, cares, you know what I mean, who's enjoying life, who's doing her thing. That's what I'm looking for. And if I see that, I'm gunning 100% of the time. But if I don't see that, you know what I mean? If I don't see that, And then brother Cody is King was like, so too, yeah, I don't hate on that. Hey, man, I ain't mad at it either. You know what I mean? So, ladies, this is what's out there waiting for you. If you leave your man, if you leave the guy that you've been with for 7, 8, 9 years, this is what's waiting on you. It's a very bleak thing. I ain't gonna lie to you. The guys in there were god awful. God awful. So figure out how to make it work. Figure out how to make it work before you break up. Right? Don't break up and think you're going to go back, because that guy might not take you back. Depending on the dude, especially if he's good with women, especially if he's over 6 feet, especially if he has a career going for himself, right? And he has confidence, right? Don't let him have money. He might not take you back. And most dudes aren't in the business of forgiveness anymore. They're not. They give you a shot. You blow it, they move on. Right? It was a couple brothers I met in there. They saw the Wakanda thing. They were at the bar. And we struck up a conversation. And they joined this page, man. Hopefully they're out here. Maybe they'll catch one of the shows. But we were talking about it. And they were like, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Ladies, I'm here to tell you there are a lot of men that are waking up. And it's not that they're waking up and they're mad. They're just accepting the game. And this is what it is. This is what it is. They're accepting it. They're getting better at it. They're learning how to move. This could be a problem, ladies, which is going to mean more dudes going to be like, I'm not simping. You know what I mean? More dudes going to be like, all right, I believe in feminism. You're equal, right? Okay, you can pay for half, right? Okay, you can hold my door open, right? They're starting to do it. This is not a good thing for women, especially if you're dumping a guy, you're getting out of a relationship and getting back into the single game. It's bad out here. The top tier guys have more leverage than ever when you're talking about the 30 and up crowd. You know what I mean? Those dudes, man, they reckon everything they want. So keep that in mind, ladies. Keep that in mind. I wanted to show one last thing and then we'll wrap this up. And this is, this kind of goes to what I'm talking about, letting your guy go, ladies. Don't be so quick to let your guy go. Let's watch this real quick. This is a young woman. This took place in Mexico. She broke up with the guy. Then one of her friends saw the guy with his new girlfriend, and this woman went down there. Went down there trying to get her guy back. So let's check this out.
Es que teníamos una amiga muy cercana y me dijo, vi a tu novio con otra en el centro. Y ya nadie le había dicho que habíamos terminado. Cuando lo vi que le dio un beso en el cachete a la chava. Sentí una llama desde los pies hacia la cabeza y fue cuando le armé todo ese alboroto.
She was shocked to see the ex reconnect with another chick and another girl. She said she couldn't help but react like that.
La verdad no me considero tóxica. Yo siento que porque me arrodillé o porque le di cachetadas, eso no es ser tóxico.
Like, you see this woman doing everything. Like, that doesn't make any sense, y'all. Like, you see that woman, this young, beautiful woman acting an ass, assaulting the guy. That's really assault, right? And the guy has to protect the woman that he's with from this ex-girlfriend, right? Now you see why they ain't together. Like, he left her. Good thing he left her. Imagine how bad it would have been at home. Ladies, dudes, especially dudes who know what time it is, they are moving on. They are moving, or Fresh and Fit talk about this all the time. There are far more beautiful women than there are guys who have figured it out. Guys who have worked on themselves, built up their money, built up their game, right? You know, become socially aware, on their purpose. There are far less men out there who are high top tier guys than there are beautiful women. There are so many beautiful women out there. So ladies, when you get a guy like that, you're going to have to figure out how to keep him. Don't just break up with him because it's been 8 years. You know what? I think I could do better. You're probably not. That's a hell of a gamble to take. A hell of a gamble. I wouldn't do it. And like I said, you ain't guaranteed to get them back. Women get so mad. Like I said, they don't take L's. They don't take them well. They don't. They do not. You know what I mean? Brother Candy, Cody is king. Yeah, I don't hate on that. Cody is king. Facts, it hasn't done women any favors. It has not. Brother Hayoko, my mother said, never give a man his freedom because he will never come back. He already know what it's all about. Hey, man, I can see that. Sister Candace, I can't even imagine being out on the dating scene these days. And I think I still got it. LOL. The grass is definitely not greener on the other side. It is not. Ladies, the grass is not greener. I'm here to tell you, if you manage to find some dude, it is not going to be better than what you had before. You are going to have to settle in most cases. If you cool with that, then all right. I see you at Ruby's Elixir. You know what I mean? I see you there. But it's what I saw last night was pathetic. And that's probably the standard. I'm going to go out again tonight. Again, I don't have my daughter. I'm going to go somewhere tonight. You know what I mean? I probably hit a lounge or something like that just to see what it is. You know what I mean? I'm just watching. I just want to see what this dating game is like. And man, it's not good. Sister Candace, a new girl turns 18 every single day. Yes. Yes. Facts. Brother Cody, and that's that Candace, grass is greener where it is watered. You can water your own. Absolutely. Facts there, brother. Cody is king. Facts. Sister Candace, like, my grass looks great. I bet it does. We're starting to get into the dirty stuff, y'all. Starting to get dirty over here. I see how y'all acting. Hashtag queen for Sister Candace. Absolutely. Sister Follow out there. Hey, y'all. That's all I wanted to say. Hey, I just don't see it, ladies. If you got a guy, you've had him, y'all been together for a while, make it work. Get counseling. Not for him, for you. Right? It's worth it. Put the work into the relationship. Trust me, he's not planning to divorce you. 70%, 70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. He's not planning on leaving you. Men understand in divorce, they're going to lose half their stuff. So he's in. He's in. And he wants access to Foxy Brown. He wants reliable access to Foxy Brown. He's in. Ladies, make love to your men. Right? Don't just go in there and bang them. Make love to them. You know what I mean? Surprise them with a little bit of Foxy Brown sometimes. Make them a sandwich. Right? Make the relationship work. Don't give up on it, because I'm here to tell you. You can come out here to these cold streets and come across dudes like me. And if you do have your body together and you still kind of cute and you're 35 or 45 or 55, guess what? Yeah, I'm going to blow your back out. And I'm going to treat you like a gentleman. Yeah, we'll have dinner. We'll have lunch. Hell, we might even take a couple trips. But guess what? I am not committing. I ain't going to do it. Ever. I ain't going to do it. Right? So keep that in mind. Every day, you won't have somebody as a day that you're lonely. Ladies, don't be afraid to stay with your man. Make it work. Get counseling. If you're starting to have these thoughts that you want to leave this good man behind because he's not a millionaire, because he's not driving a Rolls Royce like Fresh, you know what I mean? Because he's not in the gym, you know what I mean, every day like Brother Cody is king, or like Myron, right? You want to leave him because he's got a little pudginess around his gut or whatever. He got a little beer belly. Don't do it. Tell him to go to the gym with you. He'll go. Come on, baby, let's go work out. He'll do it. Cook healthy for him. Cook healthy. Right? He'll burn that fat. Cut down on the sugar. Right? Have him drink more water. I mean, it's things you can do. Be the wife. Be the dutiful wife. Take control. Don't leave. It's not better. It's not better. I just want to get that out there. Like, hey, Brother Cody's laughing. You know what I mean, Brother Michael, y'all nasty. Yeah, bro. Don't be jealous, Brother Michael. He's like, I know you ain't talking. Exactly. Exactly. I know you ain't talking, bro. You know what I mean? Holla, 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 holla. Bro, hey, and Brother Michael, we still need to talk, man. Hey, hit me up on Instagram. I really want to know podcast, Instagram, all one word. I really want to know podcast. Brother Mike, hit me up for real. I want to talk to you, bro. Brother Hayoka, if the report is true, that between the ages of 25 and 44, 45% will be single by 2030. Don't leave that man. Real talk. We did a show on that. And that's what everyone is saying. That's what everyone's saying. By 2030, 45% of women between the ages of 25 and 44 will be single. Will be single, childless. Right? This is absolutely a problem. You know what I mean? Absolutely a problem. So yeah, we got Brother Ozzy's in the house. What's good, fam? Come on, DL. I'm sure the next dude will give them more than an eggplant and a bubble gum. Hey, the next bottom 80 dude will, but the top tier guy that they're gonna be gunning at won't. You know what I mean? Sad but facts, and that's from Cody is Kings. Like, yes, Brother Hayoka told the same thing to a friend. Don't leave your husband because all the streets got is meat for you, no relationships. Facts. You know what I mean? And that brother Hayoka had act, you know what I mean? What bubble gum? So listen, ladies, stay in your relationships. Ladies, again, unless it's abusive, let's use common sense here. Don't stay in a relationship when you're getting hurt. You know what I mean? Don't stay in a relationship where you're being physically hurt or emotionally hurt. There are guys out there and there are women out there who are really good at the emotional abuse stuff, man, for real. They are really good at it. Okay, if you got one of them, all right, cut away. That it is what it is, cut away. But for everyone else, ladies, make it work. You got you a guy, right? Add value to him. He's a top tier guy because of you. Add value. Continue to push him and yourself forward. Don't DX him. That's a military term for throw it away. Don't throw him away. And I promise you this, ladies, you cut that guy loose, he's going to stumble into the red pill world. He's going to wind up on this platform, a Fresh and Fits platform. He's going to be talking to, you know what I mean, hollering at the top G. He's going to get his money up. He's going to get his mindset right. And he's going to go out and get himself a dime. And then you're going to be like that Mexican girl causing a scene because he out there with a dime, living it up. And now you mad because you let him go. Just keep that in mind, ladies. If you think he needs to be better, how about you introduce him to the red pill? You introduce him to the manosphere. You introduce him to finance and make him better, right? You got him for better or worse, rich or poor, till death do you part. All right, that's it. Yeah, I got to go. That's all I wanted to talk about. Ladies, I hope that helps somebody out there. I really do. Fellas, I hope that helps some of y'all too, bro. You know what I mean? Get y'all game up, man. Keep it pimp tight, baby. It is what it is. If y'all out here in the streets like me, man, it is what it is, man. We are in the game. Play the game to win. It's player versus player out here. Shout out to Andrew Tate. I'm not sure when I'm going to be on again, probably tomorrow. I might be going down to Miami. I know I'm always saying that. But I might just jump in the whip and ride down there. And if I do, I'll have some videos and I'll just upload it. I probably won't go live. Definitely not going to do anything on Thanksgiving. I'm going to let everybody just enjoy being with your families. Enjoy Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Enjoy your families. Enjoy that. Enjoy the football. It's going to be some great football. But I'll probably be back on Friday. I might do something tomorrow. Definitely be back on Friday. And if I'm not live, I'll definitely be doing uploads if I go to Miami. So, thanks for rocking out with me, y'all. I really appreciate y'all. Y'all, my day ones. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Thank y'all so much for rocking out with a brother, always supporting me. Hopefully next time you see me, we'll be fully monetized. We are 840 view hours, I think is what we need, something like that. So we're almost there, y'all. This close. So brother Cody is king. Have a good night. You have a good night too, brother. Casual Germ, peace to you, brother. Brother Michael, peace. Yes, super chats are coming, bro. Super chats are coming. Brother Michael, hit me up on Instagram, man. Hit me up. I want to talk to you, man, for real. It's real talk. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up. I really want to know podcast. All one word. Type it on Instagram. It'll pop right up, man. Shoot me a DM. I want to holler at you. All right, everybody else, have a happy Thanksgiving. Y'all be safe out there. Y'all keep doing the work. Sister Candace, keep being the queen. I'm going to start calling you Queen Candace on here because you truly are showing, leading from the front and showing these young women how to get it done and what it means to be a true high-value woman. Thank you for doing what you do. Colonel Sanders, I'll holler at you later, too. I see you in the chat. I'm going to holler at y'all, man. I'm DL Saint. This is DL Saint. I really want to know podcast. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.
Darn, that's the end.